Hey, Daniel here, and this is a day in the life. Today's going to be pretty quick just because I have very little time left in the day. So today we're going over just real quick update on where I'm at with cutting weight, which is, or I guess getting in shape more so, which is the goal. Um, so where we're at, and at least let's go from where we started. So we started with on this journey with I want to say it was 248.5 if I recall correctly. It was probably 248.6 because my scale near weighs in zero point 0.2 pounds for whatever reason. So this morning weighed in at just under 247 at 246.8. So that's nearly 2 pounds, which is fantastic. That is really, really good. The goal is to keep up that pace for future. So, what did that look like in my diet for the entirety of the week? So, we're going to be starting from Saturday, going all the way to yesterday, not including today, just because, well, I'm not weighing myself tomorrow yet. So, anyway, to start us off, Saturday, we are looking at a little over 2,000 calories. It was overall pretty over my calorie limit day. I had way more carbs than I wanted to, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, since we're trying to go quick, I'm going to save us some time. I had 2 days that were over 2,000 calories. I had 2 days that were around 1,800 calories. Let me see. I have a spreadsheet up, which actually, if I'm gonna be able to, I'm gonna put it over there. So I'm gonna do a quick little pause it if you need to, 5 second per day. So we're gonna go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and last but not least, Friday. Okay, so leaving that Friday up now, and then now it's gone. So uh, to average all of those numbers out, we ended up with an average across all of those days of 1,748 calories, which is honestly lower than I expected. I expected to be around about maybe 2,000 calories. Now, in all honesty, I probably missed a thing or two, so it probably is closer to 2,000. It's probably closer to 1850 really on average, because I maybe forget that I had a drink here and there, or I maybe forget that I had a snack here and there. So it's probably maybe another 100 or 200 on average per day. The carbs on average per day, I had 138 grams, 137.9 if I'm being technical, but it is 138 really if I'm rounding up. Fat, or just fats in general on average per day, averaged at 75 grams per day, which honestly was doing pretty good in my head until I looked at the percentages, which we'll get to here in a second, and which you might have noticed if you're looking at the individual days. So, protein. Protein is the one that keeps you full, and so protein I try to have a lot of. And at protein, I had 122.4 grams per day on average, which is pretty darn good for me. The highest day that I had for protein was 159 grams, and the lowest was 61, and that was on Saturday. And um, I don't know what I was doing on Saturday, but I was definitely eating not quite as well as I probably should have been on Saturday. So all in all, now we're at the percentages. So on average, the percentage of my diet that was carbs was 31%. Average percent of my diet, calories wise, for these percentages at least, these are percentages for calories. Average for fats was 39%. Average for protein was exactly 30%. So that's why I'm like, the fats, right? Even though it's only 75 grams of fat on average per day, it was still at 39%, which is really high, in my opinion. 39% seems like a really high number. So my goal for this next week is to keep protein higher, keep protein around 30, maybe even up to 40-ish percent, maybe switching fats and proteins, and getting fats lower. I'm losing weight, so, and hopefully that keeps happening. Hopefully I stay losing weight. but that's currently where I'm at. So I'd like to reduce fats, keep protein. I'm going to the gym often enough, as you might have seen in my last video, so I'd like to maintain muscle mass, if not build muscle mass, which I know while you're cutting is really hard to do. And so that's the goal. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty quick video. So I do appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next step.